Hey man, let me give you some quick advice. This is what I learned from last year. Don't be ashamed of changing jobs. Don't be ashamed of changing jobs. You know, one thing I found that, employers and just people working in the workspace tend to do, so employees too, they'll try gaslight you. They'll try make you feel bad about leaving the workplace. That's culty. That's a cult like movement act. You know, they want to make you feel bad for leaving the workplace. I'm like, bro, it's not like you cared about us that much anyway, and that's something I learned when I was working my sales job last year, right? Literally, the story I'm talking about was literally one day away from being a year from now. So it happened on November the 8th. That was the last day I worked in that sales job, right? And I was like, cool, I'm not getting paid, I'm spending money and burning money to go from area to area to knock on flipping doors. And my bank account is just declining. I haven't been paid yet when I promised to be paid at set date. I was like, you know what, bro, I'm not chilling here, man. Team leader was like, cool. And then he was being subtle about it, trying to, essentially, what's the word? Guilt trip me into staying and making me feel bad for leaving the job. So he'd say some subtle stuff like, let's say he speaks to someone at the door. He will say some subtle stuff like, oh, I'm a good team leader. You're gonna leave. Too bad you can't experience it. It'd be subtle like that. To try and attempt to make me feel bad and all this stupid bullshit like that. I'm like, bro, in my head, I'm like just poker face. Don't even show the guy emotion. Don't even show the guy that I may feel sad because I really wasn't. I was genuinely pleased and it was a weight off my shoulder that I was leaving the job. But, from experience from other family members, they also try to do the same thing. In other workplaces, my sister left a few jobs too. They try to guilt trip her to make her feeling bad for leaving the job. That's very childish. Why are you making someone feel bad because of the decisions that they make? My friends too. Well, one of my good friends of mine, who's in his workplace, the employers want to make him feel bad for just wanting to do his work and then leave. And that's the purpose of work. Not everyone wants to gossip and do all this rubbish. And most of us don't even want to work 9 to 5s. And I hear it. I don't. But we got to finesse the system though. I get that too. So we got to get in the building, do our work and go home. But some people, they'll downplay you. They'll talk shit about you behind your back. Some people just want you to stay in the office so you can gossip all day because they have nothing better to do at home. But some of us, bro, have lives. Some of us want to build our lives and we don't have the best cards. We're not born rich, but we desire big. We still have big dreams, We're not given these blessed cards of opportunities, contracts. We're just young guys, start off at 18 years old. We go work on 9 to 5s, we get the money up, work on a business, probably fail, but that's business, we keep going. God willing that you pass later on, assuming you keep putting on the work. Some of us guys want to live better lives and we don't even like 9 to 5s, we're just finessing that system to set us up. Some of us got to go to the gym. Some of us want to read books on how to be successful. Some of us want to learn languages. Some of us have other hobbies other than working. Most of us do. We need the money when you're starting out, so we can't have these go to a 9 to 5 job, right? I hear it. I'm not discrediting that. But what I am discrediting and what I'm not okay with is people in 9 to 5 workplace, especially employers and the employees sometimes, shaming you for leaving a job. I want to normalize this to you guys, bro. It's completely normal to leave a job. Everything in life, it comes and it goes, man. You don't have to stay in your comfort zone forever, bro. If you feel that job's not doing you justice, leave. Just like how I left my sales job because they weren't paying me. I was putting 100% effort. I was in the public. I was putting on all my energy. I was behaving and moving like I was getting paid because that's what I thought. Promised to get paid at said date. End up not getting paid at all. And that's over the course of 3 weeks. So I never got paid shit. So I had to leave. That's real talk. I had to leave. Because it wasn't matching me. And what I learned from leaving my job and me texting my manager on WhatsApp constantly many times and he not replying, it just further re-emphasized that thing on my mind that, hey, bro, you're just a number. You are just a number. And when they cut you off, the job leader wants to cut you off because they were talking about cutting me off too. Because despite me getting sales, I wasn't making the most sales, especially in door to door. So they called me up in the meeting. They're like, yeah, I'm thinking of sacking you, bro. That wasn't my last day, by the way. That was during my last day. In my head, I'm not cool. I'll give it one more shot. If I don't like it, I'm out. I didn't like it, I was out. I had to move, I had to pivot. The job wasn't for me. That's cool. All jobs are pretty much the same in the sense of, hey, you get money. And it's like, I don't know about you. You may be someone that, aspires to have a career in the corporate world. Personally, for me, I'm not like that, bro. I'm not like that. So I don't want to bend my back for the company. My sales job had the audacity to tell us and try excite us, try gaslight us to thinking that the job was way better than it really was. Telling us we would have business trips and they would pay for our finances to get from locations from point A to point B, right? So I live in London City, the capital of England, right? And there'll be times they say, oh, we're going to do business trips to another city in England. So we're going to do it in Manchester, we're going to do it in Leeds, right? And the commute there was 150. I thought they're paying our expenses, right? Because I was already paying enough just to move from point A to point B in the same city I live in, right? So you'd think they'd pay for you and cover your costs. I mean, that's at least what it said in the job description when I was reading it below. I went there, experienced it, and they wanted us to pay our own income. Bearing in mind, I wasn't getting paid shit. I was 18, bro. Just 4 months out of college. They wanted me to pay my own expenses. You got me fucked up if you think I'm asking my mum for more money. Because I already asked for enough to top up to point A to point B. They wanted us to pay for my own expenses? Get out of here, man. What's going on? It was a mess. Absolute mess. And that experience really changed my mindset on 9 to 5s. A lot of people like to say, bro, 9 to 5 jobs, they like to say it grants you security. I guess to some point, yeah, it does. In the sense of you get your cap and, you get your wage, you get your set salary. And, it's pretty much guaranteed. Yeah, but you have to see things from the other side of the coin. Your manager can potentially cut you off anytime he pleases, like he did me. Some even more dickheads to the point where they won't even pay you shit, like me. What the fuck? I didn't get paid shit. I was pissed. I had £110 in my bank, starting out on the job. 3 weeks later, I had 50 quid. Oh, you can't make this up, man. I say this to say, man, that's just a short testimony of my own. Hey, if anyone, man, if you're in a job, man, and they're not paying you enough, man, maybe you feel like you're putting a lot more work than what you're getting paid, bro, it's okay to leave, man. Let them people talk rubbish behind your back. Let that boss talk shit about you. It's cool. You're not going to see him again anyway. He never cared about you in the first place. He just sees you as a number to up his business. Him being the employer and you being the employee. That's all it is. Nothing personal. They may try and make it seem personal. It's just them. It's a scarcity tactic they like to use. They like to guilt trip you whenever you want to leave a job. They want to make you feel bad in the last few days. They'll leave these like subtle comments to try and fuck you up. I'm telling you, bro, I've been done it, I experienced it. And I used to think, cool, maybe it's just a job that behave like that. They try guilt trip you and feeling bad. No, because I have testimonies from family members and friends that feel the same way. They told me that. So I drew to the conclusion, hey, they all act like that. So I just want to let you guys know, man, hey, it's okay to pivot. The same way how in life, you may be friends with said person. You may not be cool with that person anymore. You may have to push him aside. You may have to stop talking for a few years. And hey, sometimes it's even permanent. I'm speaking from experience too. That's a cut off many people, man. And that's no ill will towards them. Nothing personal. I just couldn't rock with you anymore, respectfully. If I still saw that person, I'd still say, yo, what's up? But, life happens. Things come and go. And the job market is no different. The job you work is no different. So normalize this. It's very, very normal to pivot jobs. Because I don't know, but for me, I do not like taking orders from people. I do not like it at all. I don't like it. I still be respectful when I'm working there, but my personality, I always wanted to live life on my own terms, not being marionetted by the puppeteer. Having 8 hours, a third of my day stripped, obeying the boss's law. And I worked in 4 jobs, guys, right? So two sales jobs. One was an event sales, so I was in public, basically harassing people on a product they didn't want to buy, and most of them weren't even interested in. And then the door-to-door one, and prior to those 2 jobs, I also worked in gym jobs, right? And bearing in mind, I got paid nothing for any of this. The 2 gym jobs, that was for college, for work experience. So they tried to, gaslight us, I guess you could say it did work. Because they'd say, hey, if you don't leave this work experience, bro, you're going to get kicked out of the college course. And it already took long enough to apply for college. I kind of had no choice. I wasted about 2 weeks each in those gyms. You know, it was in the same year, but different time spans and months. Man, listen, all I have to say is this. Because I can go all day, but I'm going to cut it short. Don't be afraid of pivoting jobs. You know, and I'm warning you guys, if any of you never worked a job yet, I want to just let you guys know, man, from my own personal experience and from what I've been told by my friends and family, what they also experience. People try gaslight you, your boss will try gaslight you, the employers will probably talk shit about you, you know, for leaving the job, for having higher ambitions that are not congruent to them. It's like the crab mentality, man. You try and leave, you know, you have bigger ambitions, the job's just not for you, then maybe they're not paying you as much. They'll talk rubbish around your back. Don't be bothered, man. It's nothing personal. It's just it's them projecting. They're projecting insecurities, man. They want to gossip with more people. They want to waste time and talk rubbish with more people. You don't want to. You're not built like that. It's cool. I'm not built like that. I have things to do. Not everyone wants to stay in the office after 5 p.m. and talk crap about other people. I don't have time for that. I can't afford it. You're the same, probably. That's why you're watching this video. So if you have to pivot, pivot. Life is like that, man. You know. And it's like, yeah, I'm appreciative for the time being, for the time I've spent with you, but I gotta pivot and get on with my own life and evolve to the next level and get to another opportunity that's better than yours. The same way you see me as an employee and it's nothing personal, and we shouldn't take it personal, I feel the same way with you. That's why I get too attached to the jobs, right? I don't get too attached to no job. I don't want to bend my back for no job, bend my back for no company. I work, live life on my own terms. So I never really take a job too seriously. Because my past 4 jobs, I was working my butt off. And I got nothing out of that. Maybe some form of life experience, but why do we work? We work for money. Let's not play ourselves here. We're not stupid, come on. We need to live. That's all I have to say, man. If you have to leave a job, it's okay to pivot. Things in life come and go. People will try guilt trip you, your boss will try guilt trip your employees. Just a sign that they were never meant to be with you in the first place. If anything, it's a blessing in disguise because it reveals their true colors. They were never meant for you. Just for the time being, for a season. They're fake anyway for even having to talk rubbish about you. For wanting to pivot and change plans. You're not a crab like them, so you should have some gratitude to yourself. It's okay to pivot, life happens, life will slap me in the face. Alright, cool, change. Better opportunities to come. God bless you. Peace. Mwah.